Hello, everyone here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 on Stitzer, Wisconsin. Here, we're pretty much picking up where we left off here from last episode. Here, continuing on with the soybean harvest here. We finished up the field we were working on here last episode. We moved on to the next field here. Looks like Courseplay is still working on a couple of the headland passes here. I'm not sure why Courseplay is not unloading. I've got the combine set to self-unload here for this field. I figure a small field, no need to get grain cart and stuff like that set up, so I just got the gravity wagons parked here. But like I said, I don't know why it's not unloading, so we are going to go ahead and unload these, though. I figured, and we might as well see if we can unload Courseplay here a minute as well, because I mean, yeah, he's just sitting here. I don't know why, but I know what your Courseplay is going to do there. You're just going to take off on you. So we're going to grab a hold of Courseplay here and prevent him from doing this here. Once he's unloaded, we'll stop him, and like I said, we'll go. There's no way you're empty. Really? Are you actually empty? Oh, no, he just stopped. That's what happened. Okay, I was going to say, no way he's emptied that fast. Now, this old clunker of a combine, anyway. That's, oh, yeah, last waypoint, that should be fine. Also working on, oh, actually, I guess I didn't start him yet. I've got Courseplay set up over here. I didn't start him yet. We're going to start baling the soybean straw here this episode. I know this should be a messy job, right? First waypoint drive. Yeah, he should be good. Got the 1586 still on the baler here yet. I don't have the Courseplay course I ran on this field, Evan, so fortunately with this baler we have, it doesn't super matter. It's got the super wide OP pickup on it. Kind of a nice thing in this scenario. But as I said before, I'm not a big fan of OP stuff, but in this case, boy, it does work really nice, Evan, having a OP baler. I don't have to worry so much about having the exact Courseplay course that the combine ran. And even when you do have that one, and the combine swings around corners and stuff like that, it doesn't line up anyway. So I don't know. I'm starting to become a fan of these OP balers, at least the width of them anyway. The rest of the OPness I could do without, probably, to be honest. But the width, that's kind of nice. As I've said. Okay, last waypoint. Start you back up here again. You are done unloading. Perfect. That should keep going here for a few minutes. Oh, come on. I'm going to grab the Alice Chalmers here. We're going to head up to our grain bin, unload this here a minute. And then hopefully we're going to start working on chisel plowing here this episode. Once we're done with the soybeans, we got to get onto the corn here next, by the way. Once we get the corn done, then, yeah, we'll be done with the harvest here for this year. So 3 more fields left to go here yet. Hopefully, I don't know if we'll quite get started on them here this episode or not. Like I said, we got to finish the soybean field here first. But then, yeah, we'll be on to the corn harvest. And we got just 3, I would say, smaller fields for the corn. Our soybean fields, I think, were the larger of the fields here. Oh, looks like someone ran over a mailbox there. I don't know who would have done that. No idea. Oh, yeah, that's right. The Alice Chalmers was a little wide fitting across here, wasn't it? It does work, though, so just take it slow. Gotta say again, this drive over conveyor here works really nice here on this setup here with our gravity wagons. Don't have to sit here moving that end piece all the time, that end auger there. So again, we're running the AGI Westfield there at the moment with the SA30 drive over conveyor. Soaring Eagle grain. I don't know actually what is the is this actually a Soaring Eagle, I guess? No idea. I guess that's what it's called. It's the Soaring Eagle grain equipment. Drive over conveyor. Okay, on to the next one. And with these wagons, as you probably noticed, Evan, you can unload from both doors at the same time. You do have to switch the unloading setup there, which is U on the keyboard there. And I think you had to do it twice, if I remember correctly. I know, I complain about this all the time, but how come we can't have this show up in the menu? Is it really that hard? I don't know. Anyway, sure, it'd be nice if it did, everyone. Let's finish unloading here a minute. We'll get back to the field. Hopefully we get back here before The combine fills up, and like I said, the combine is on self-unload, so he is supposed to be self-unloading. Again, I don't know why he didn't there, but I don't know if you can tell. I mean, he was on self-unload because he unloaded himself a couple times here so far, but he didn't unload that time for some reason. We didn't get that much from our previous field, by the way. I don't think we got a wagon load. Yeah, actually, we got like a grain cart load, which actually I guess that was probably close to a wagon load, but didn't, in my opinion, get a whole lot from the previous field, which is what I expected, by the way. That was a small field. This one here I think is a little bit larger. See the icon blink. That usually indicates he's full. Or maybe not full, but he's like past the 80%. Is he that full already? Nah, 32%. Okay, I don't know why the icon's blinking then. Usually I thought that's what that meant. Maybe it means something else. I don't know. Running over here. We got any bales yet? Yes, we do. There is actually, that's a soybean straw bale there. Looks like it's out in the trees, though. I might have to go check that out here. Oh, okay, I see it sitting right over there. We don't want to be wrapping these, which I don't think they'll wrap. Hopefully not, anyway. You know what? I think I remember seeing some error messages on this. Is this a white bale? It's a white bale, and I know why. It's because we're missing some textures here. I remember seeing some error messages in the log. Probably, oh, actually, you know what? There they are right there. Look at that. What was I just saying? Yes. Yep, we're missing the, I think this is, it's probably not supposed to be white if I had to guess. And yeah, like I said, you can see all the textures there are missing for it. So, very cool. Not really, but I mean, yeah. Okay, anyway, let's head back to the farm here. I think Coursplay's got everything under control. Yeah, I know, right? That is kind of a laughable matter. Now, where did I... there's the chisel plow. We need a tractor to pull said chisel plow with. Actually, you know what? I think I've got a Minneapolis Moline, if I can find it here. Yeah, sitting right here. This tractor should handle that chisel plow, right? A Minneapolis Moline G1355. Nice open station tractor here. I mean, what's the temperatures looking like here at the moment? 55. Little chilly out at the moment, maybe, but... That's right, the chisel plow was over here. Note to self, maybe, later today, everyone will get the spray paint out, put some spray paint back on our tires here. For those of you who maybe haven't figured it out, yes, I am making fun of the mod author behind that. Like, yeah. Is that your material type to rubber or tire? I forget the exact name of it. Is tire, rubber? I think it's actually rubber, if I remember correctly. Set your material type to rubber, and then it won't do that. That's it. We don't need Courseplay open at the moment. I have a thought, everyone. Do we have any sort of flail mowers? At least in my area, everyone, you don't really see flail mowers used a whole lot anymore. But back in the day, they used to be a little bit more common. Probably back in the corn picking days, maybe. And I thought I had a flail mower, unless it's under mulchers. That's typically kind of sort of what it would be used for. Check our mulching equipment here. Like I said, I thought I had one. Maybe I don't. And if I don't, maybe I'll have to go look and see if I can find one. Nope, I don't have a good flail mower. We do have like something like that, I guess, which actually that is kind of sort of flail mower. Might have to give that a try. We won't bother maybe with this field, that one, but maybe in our next cornfields where we're actually shelling them here. This one, we chop, so... On your chopped cornfields, you don't typically have a whole lot of residue left on those. The only thing you're going to have left is the stalk sticking up out of the ground. Poor tires. I know, right? Tires are going to take a beating on this field. Corn stalks are very hard on tires, by the way. That's why you'll see the farmers with those rollers or something like that out in front of their tires just to protect the tires. Roll those stalks over first, knock them down. Then they're not quite as dangerous for your tires. One reason you maybe don't see the flail mowers used quite as much anymore is a lot of times your combine heads actually essentially come with integrated chopping systems, and not to mention sometimes rollers and stuff like that as well to knock the corn stalks over with. All kind of, depends on how the farmer has it equipped. A lot of the newer heads obviously come with chopping knives underneath of them. So as the corn is being pulled through the head, there's knives underneath the head that are just mulching that corn up. And then too, like I said, behind the heads, then you can also run different rollers, choppers, stuff like that, mulchers that, again, will further chop up the corn, mash it up, roll over the corn stalks that are sticking up, knock those down. Essentially stalk stompers or different, like I said, different rolling attachments. Stalk stompers, those are more they're simply there just to knock the corn stalk down so it's not standing up anymore. Then again, you do, like I said, have the ones that'll actually roll as well with some essentially knives on them that'll chop residue up further. Or if you don't have a chopping corn head, they'll just roll along and kind of mulch that corn residue up as well. Obviously, when it comes to corn, I mean, you have a lot of residue potentially with corn, at least if you're shelling it anyway. Again, if you're chopping it, you don't. For those who maybe not familiar with the difference between chopping corn and shelling corn, when you're chopping corn oven, you take the entire plant, minus the little bit of root ball at the very bottom there, the corn stalk, but you're probably, I don't know, 6 inches from the ground maybe when you're chopping it one. So everything from 6 inches up goes in the chopper, and you chop the entire, the corn stalk, the leaves, the ear of corn, the cob, everything gets chopped. When you're shelling corn oven with a combine, the only thing you're taking there is just the kernels of corn. So all the stalk, ears, cob, everything like that is left behind. At least it's supposed to be. Some farmers like putting a little bit of that in their grain tank, right? But it's kind of inevitable. You almost always end up with a little bit. The Minneapolis Lean does not like climbing the hill, does it? Maybe I should have gone with a bigger tractor. This is probably a pretty good pull for this tractor here with this particular chisel plow. We are looking at what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9-shank chisel plow. I mean, yeah, a good heavy 9-shank chisel plow, and that'll pull pretty hard. With that being said, too, that probably depends on the chisel plow a little bit. I know in the case of my grandpa's farm here, he had a 7-shank chisel plow. That was a Glencoe? I'd have to go look again. I forget the brand name on the chisel plow my grandpa had. But that was a 7-shank chisel plow. And he pulled that with a John Deere 2510, which, again, a John Deere 2510, right around that 55, 60 horsepower mark there. At least at the engine anyway. So, pulling a 7-shank chisel plow with 60 horsepower, hey, can be done. As long as the ground isn't too hard anyway. Getting that harder ground, then you might end up having to lift that chisel plow up just a little bit. Maybe make a shallow pass and a deeper pass if you need to. That chisel plow my grandpa had, I think, was somewhere in the, I forget if it was 8 or 10 feet wide. It wasn't super wide. Just a little bit wider than the tractor, and that was about it. I know, too, at least back in the day when my grandpa farmed, a lot of times he was moldboard plowing the farm. Yeah, it's back in the early days of farming, right? Obviously, moldboard plowing has kind of become a thing of the past there. Or as I like, for those who watched The Millennial Farmer a few years ago, I believe they bought a moldboard plow. I don't know if they ever sold that or not. I don't think they ever used it either. They bought it, said I think they were going to use it for something, never did. And then they tried to market it as a horizontal tillage tool, right? Obviously, nowadays, when you got all your vertical tillage tools, well, Millennial Farmer here, borrowing from what he said, called it a horizontal tillage tool. So for those of you who want to do any horizontal tillage there, for those of you who understand how a moldboard plow works, you'll kind of get the joke behind that one, right? Again, obviously not too many farmers that use moldboard plows anymore. Probably a lot of farmers that don't even own moldboard plows anymore. Or if they do, they're parked out back where, the rust and the nature is kind of probably reclaiming that ancient technology. And I think what we need to do, any farmer out there that has a moldboard plow, I think we probably maybe need to look at shipping them off to Europe. Apparently, they still use those antiquated gizmos over there yet. Don't ask me why, but yeah, apparently over in Europe, they still use those things. So maybe we need to look at shipping our plows over there. Maybe then, too, they could get an idea of how a simple plow is built. For those of you who ever seen the European moldboard plow, like, oh my goodness, that is, some complicated nonsense that's going on there. They're obviously typically double-sided, and we can maybe send a few old school farmers over there to show them how plowing is really done. And forget the silly 2, 3, 4, 5 bottom plows. We need to be looking at 6 or 7 at a minimum, upwards of the 10 and 12 bottom plows. If you're gonna plow, might as well get a bigger one, right? I mean, let's face it, a 10 bottom moldboard plow is probably still narrower than this chisel plow here yet, so kind of a reason why chisel plows probably became a little more popular. That one, chisel plows tend to be wider, go faster, easier in some ways, depending on who you listen to. I know a lot of people say the moldboard plow is hard on the ground. I don't know how true is that. Just yeah, telling you folks what some of the studies say. Probably one of the reasons why disking has become quite unpopular here. Unless, of course, you're vertical tillage, which still is a little bit funny there if you ask me. I mean, disking is bad, right? Vertical tillage, though, is great. And obviously, for those who know the difference between a disc and a vertical tillage, there is a difference, but it's not much, right? Like, vertical tillage looks like a disc almost. In fact, one you probably could pretty much call it a disc. Tends to be a few differences, though, between a disc and a vertical tillage. Vertical tillage tend to be not quite as concave, convex as a disc is. And sometimes the discs are a little bit, have wavy options, stuff like that. Just for kind of cutting through the soil. Tend to be able to go a little bit faster as well. The gang angle usually isn't quite as steep on a vertical tillage. Maybe not quite, straight on a vertical tillage. They usually still have a little bit of a gang angle, but not, like I said, again, not near as much as a disc. So, getting all the topics here this episode here, apparently. Not much else to talk about. We're just going around and around the field chisel plowing, right? Let me just go check on that combine again, make sure that's still going. Let's go do that here a minute before I forget. Let's see, we still harvesting yet? Ooh, maybe. Or maybe not. Did he even unload at all? He did not even unload at all. Like, really? Double check, make sure the setting didn't get changed here or something. We should still be set on combine self-unloaded. Activated. Really? Well then. Doesn't seem too active there to me. I think we came and checked on this here, I guess. I don't know, maybe if I pull the combine on, or the combine. The gravity wing gets onto the field. Really shouldn't be necessary, though. Nope. A little bit closer here. I thought we were closer than that. There we go. That looks a little better. Don't need to be dumping any of that precious soybean out on the ground here now. Okay, on that note, let's head over to the comment section here in a moment, see what you folks had to say here for last episode. A reminder again, always enjoy reading all your comments. Also, if you haven't clicked the subscribe button, don't forget to do so. Always very much appreciated. And of course, as always, if you like the video, well, give the video a thumbs up there. Also very much appreciated. Okay, let's get you started back up here again. And I'm going to go back to Chisel plowing, which is right on the other side of that tree there. If I can click on it. Come on. Stop moving. There we go. Got it. It's hard when the combine starts turning there, to use the click and switch. Fun mod that hopefully comes back out here in Farming Simulator 25. I do like the click the switch mod. I know when I first got it, I didn't use it much, but then started using it. Like, oh, that's kind of handy. Just click and switch, right? Anyway, to the comments here. Timbo was saying Stitzer is in the southwest part of Wisconsin, about 40 minutes north of Illinois, and about 30 minutes east of the Mississippi. He was saying, I'll tell you what, they nailed it in the lay of the land. Well, hey, that's cool. I don't know about you folks. I always like playing on maps that are actually like real. Like, this is a real map, Evan. So you could go to Stitzer, Wisconsin, and like, this is what it looks like, I guess, right? Or really close. Obviously, sometimes the mod authors have to take some creative licenses to make things work, right? But generally speaking, I imagine you go there and this is what it looks like, right? And you kind of see that in the land here as well. I don't know if I can actually turn some of this stuff off or not. Probably not, but you can kind of look and see what's under some of this here. Like, oh, hey, look at that. There's a field under there. It might not match exactly, but really close. Let's see. John Luke was saying, could it be possible that the game save has a problem? You could try a new save with no mods to see if that's still a problem. I've started with precision farming and removed it due to issues on another map, and I had to start a new save. Just a thought. Great video as always. And actually, I don't think I meant. Oh, actually, no, I did mention this here. Was it last episode or episode before? I did mention that, but I am actually on a new save here. When I upgraded my version of the map, I started a new save. So this is a new save. I did bring my vehicle file over, so that's not new technically, but again, very doubtful that had anything to do with it. So, did I bring? Oh, I think I don't think I brought it over. I think I just changed the number, so like the money and all that stuff. In fact, if we go look at our money screen here, it's probably, oh, not that one. Where is the, well, this one's probably wrong too, Evan, because again, it would be with a new save. So there it is. That's the one I was looking for. We might have been too many months in here already. I was gonna say we probably don't even have some of this information because we're only a couple months technically into this save. So possible a new save would help. I don't know. I mean, again, like I said, I mean, this is technically is a new save. With that being said, I do actually want to try that. So if I get a chance this weekend, I might try a brand new save here with no mods just to see what happens. So that is possible. We might do that. The theory there being, Evan, it's possible whatever's going wrong here with my map is a result of a mod conflict. But even removing the mod, it's already kind of like active. So removing it doesn't necessarily fix the problem, if that makes sense. Probably explained that very poorly there, but in my mind, I know what I'm saying, and I know what I want to do. But yeah, we'll see. If we get a chance, I might try that. Tim's is saying, good video. The map author created a special mix of feed for the cows on this map. If you search YouTube, you can find a couple videos how to mix the food, or I believe you can actually just give them TMR. But I think because you are given the silage, which is 70%, your cows will not produce milk and their health will not go up. That's kind of annoying. So because I'm only giving my cows TMR, or because I'm only giving them silage, I'm sorry, because I'm giving them silage, not TMR, the health won't improve. Now, we are getting milk, by the way, so we're not getting a lot, like I said. Which, to me, their productivity says 100%. I do not understand why the health will not go up. That, to me, Evan, does not seem like... Okay, we might not be giving them the best food like TMR of them, but come on now, really? Farmwell was saying, when I play with cows, I have to give them TMR to have full health. Oh, that might be the problem, Evan. Which, as I said, I don't really plan on doing TMR here, at least not with the current farm. Because, yeah, I mean, can you folks imagine if we had to mix up? Let's go look at this screen here again. As a reminder here, this holds 1.8 million. Yes, you heard me correctly. 1.8 million liters of feed, everyone. And that 1.8 million liters, like if we had to make it with a mixer here, let's see what's here. The biggest one here holds how much? Okay, well, I don't know what that is in liters. It's probably like 30,000 liters. Actually, I don't think it's even that much. It's like 20... It's 20-something, right? I think it's like 20-some thousand liters. 28,000 or something like that, I think. Don't quote me on that. I think that's what it is. But, yeah. So if we're making mixed rations 28,000 liters at a time and we need to make 1.8 million. Anyone else want to watch about a week's worth of videos of me making TMR? Let me know. That might be an option. Yeah, there's a reason why we're not doing TMR. Let's see. Dacia Kroll. Sorry, probably did not pronounce your name correctly there. It's an awesome video. Keep the videos coming. Hey, thank you very much for that. Always appreciated. Just looked over at the time here, and it's about time, unfortunately, to wrap it up here this episode. Can you folks believe it? Tell you what, when you're having fun, time just flies, right? Our third headland pass here around this field. I have to tell, but this field definitely seems like it needs some plowing because the weed pressure on this field is, whoa. Yeah, this field's a little overgrown there, if you ask me. It started out with weeds on it for some reason. I don't know why. Something maybe to do with the new save game. I don't know. New save game, and I changed the field to, this was our cornfield, right? Yeah, so our silage corn here. I don't know what was originally on the field when I first started the save game, but I switched it over to silage corn. There are certain controls that, let's see, is it that one? Yes, this one, right? Yeah. Certain tools like that one right there that let you do things, you're maybe not supposed to. But hey, when you're messing around trying to get save games to work, it's a really good tool that comes in handy, right? Yep, I seen those missing weeds here. We're gonna come back and get those. Okay, well, anyway, on that note, I think with that, we better wrap it up here for this episode. You folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, everyone, thanks for watching, and until next time.